The 12 oh my God. The 12 Cozy Toes Cal. There it is. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelly, also known as RowRow and Kades, and this is a podcast all about everything I've been knitting, designing, crocheting over the last few weeks. It's been a few weeks. I've been missing in action. Housekeeping up front. There is a new addition in my house. It might make some noise. I will introduce you a little bit later on, unless he forces himself on me. But I will introduce you later and I will explain. But we do have a new kitten. Honestly, don't ask. However, he's a lovely new kitten. He's lovely. It was not my idea. Anyway, I'm back. I am back. I have been gone a long time, and I know I have. It's been a month and a little bit, I think. So I literally went away and got married, and then I just took a month off because my kids were off school, and we were like trying to spend some time together in like a kind of honeymoon period, but with kids it's a little bit different, a little bit difficult. But we just basically spent the month together as a family, and I have not gone near a camera. So yeah, I have been gone a while, and I'm sorry for those of you who missed me and were asking, when are you back? When are you back? I'm back now. I needed some time away. Doing the videos and everything, 1 week is a lot, and I just needed to step away, and here is Mike. So this is the new addition to our family. He is called Mike. He was named by my youngest son, Rowan. I don't know why he's called Mike, but he is, and he's a little tearaway. Say hello. Who's this? Who's this? Who's this? Mike. Who's this? Look. Who's that? Is that you? No? Oh. Is that you? So yeah. He is a tiny tearaway. He's currently 9 weeks old, and I will talk to you about him at the end when we do the live stuff. I think this is going to be a long episode because I have so much to go through and talk to you about. So without further ado, we'll get cracking. So first up, we'll do what I'm wearing, which you have seen. If you're a regular, you will have seen this numerous times because it's one of my favourites. This is the Sarkle jumper, top, sweater, I don't know what it's called. It's the Sarkle by Davies. It is a bottom up jumper knitted in the round on, I think it's DK. I'm pretty sure it's DK. I used a Hobie yarn that has since been discontinued, which was like a tweedy type yarn. It's got little blue nuts in there. And I just love it. I just love the fit, and I love the overall. It keeps me nice and warm, but not too warm. I have a jumper that's chunky, and it keeps me a little bit too warm. And then I have a couple of 4-ply tees, and they're just nice, but they're not. It's cold today, so we are heading into autumn, and well, we're in autumn. It's September. Can't really call it summer anymore. So yeah, I do like autumn. It's pretty. I am a sunshine girl. I like the sun, and I miss it when it's gone. So I'm kind of in that little bit of a it's autumn kind of phase where I know loads of you are like, yay, it's autumn, and I'm just like, the sun's gone. It's grey and it's raining. But yeah, it's sweater weather. So I do like sweater weather too. I just like the sun. Anyway, let's see what we've... I know I'm in the minority when it comes to us knitters and crocheters. But I do, I like it. So I have finished objects. Well, I don't. I do. I have 1.5, should we say. So I finished my Most Ardently socks. So if you're a regular, you will know that I've been running I was going to say fortnightly. No, I don't stick your claws in my leg. Every 2 months, cal. So every 2 months it changes. Does that make sense? It's a sock cal. So I will tell you a sock pattern of mine to knit. The sock pattern for those 2 months is reduced to 50% off. And then you can go and buy that sock pattern and knit, join in with the cal. And then at the end of the cal, everybody who's finished, it's an Instagram cal. When you finish, you post a picture up on Instagram, you tell me on a post that you've finished, and then I draw someone out of the hat and they win a prize. So the last 2 months, July, August, was Most Ardently, which is a pretty lace pattern. It's a bit hard to see in this yarn, but it is a pretty but simple lace pattern, and the sock comes in toe up or cuff down. So the last time I knitted them, I did a cuff down and I did a toe up, and my toe up was shorties, and I really love my shorties, so I wanted another pair of toe up shorties. So I knitted these. This is yarn by Yarncraft. That would not come to me. I'm very sorry, Diane. I was going to say Yarn Tree Yarncraft, and I was like, that's not right. Yarncraft. If only there were yarn trees. This is a Valerian colourway, and it is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. I luckily have some left over. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I just love it. So I heartily recommend Diane's yarn. And yeah, I knitted a pair of shorties, and that is my only finished object, considering it's been a month. Isn't that absolutely shocking? Should be ashamed of myself. I do have another finished object, sort of, but I didn't block it or weave in the ends before I saw you. Terrible. So this is the Water Shawl by Sylvia McFadden. I feel like I've just flown through them Most Ardently. Like, did I tell you everything I needed to tell you? I think I did. They're not in the cal anymore. The cal finished. A lovely lady called Suzanne won. And then now it's Coastal Waters, which we'll talk about later. I don't know if I need to tell you anything else. I'm really out of practice, guys. I'm like, I think that's it. Anyway, I cast on water. I think I did. I don't think you've even seen this. I don't think you've seen it in progress or anything. So this was part of my Make 9. Right, it's not blocked. And it really needs a really good block. I mean, you can see there with the lump hanging down. But this is a shawl by Sylvia McFadden, and it's part of my Make 9. Now, this shawl has been on my to knit list for years. It must be about 4 years it's been on my to knit list. And I added it to my Make 9 this year. And I said I was going to use my Rosie's Moments gifter ball to make it, because in my head it was a one skein shawl. I don't know why I thought that. Anyway, it's really not a one skein shawl. It's and I realised that pretty much straight away. So I didn't have 2 skeins of the same colour. So I ended up getting these 2 together. So this is I think this is Buttery Biscuit Base, I think, by Adventures in Yarncraft. And it's like this cream with flecks of purple and brown in there. Now, she's stopped dyeing now. She's sold everything off. She's quit. So, hi, Mike. He sticks his claws in my knee. Are you going down? Go down then. Go on. Yeah, Adventures in Yarncraft has stopped dyeing now. She has quit. So you probably won't be able to get hold of this anymore. But yeah, I've had it a long time. So, and I got the 100% Merino, I think. I don't know, I'm testing myself now. But anyway, this is Buttery Biscuit base. And then this was a one-of-a-kind from Skein and the Stitch. Jess at Skein and the Stitch was just this lovely purpley colour. It's one of my favourites. And I just thought they worked really well together. The little flecks of purple are kind of the same. So I did it like that. So in the actual original pattern, it's all one colour. It's like a grey blue type colour. But I have kind of done short rows with these like slices. Looks a bit like pie. So yeah, you know when you do things on the top of a pie and then when it cooks in the oven they split open and it shows all a lovely pie filling inside. I couldn't think what it was called. That's what it reminds me of. Like a raspberry tart. Anyway, I will block it and I will weave in all these ends. There is ends and ends. Is that the, yeah. Yeah, I've got ends to do. And it does need a block. It's got that funny little lump there. I don't know what's going on. So I'll block that. Hopefully it will grow a bit bigger and I will show you it next time. It is a fun knit. You start at this end and work up, and then you obviously do, that's back to front again for you. You do your short rows in there, and it's got this lovely little lace pattern on the short rows. And then the end is like a picot type. Well, it's not actually picot because it's like wide eyelets. But yeah, that's the cast off. Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice knit. It's what can I say? I did get a little bit bored by the end because it's the same thing over and over and over again. But then, I mean, I know that I'm an absolute pain in the bum for these things. Like, I don't have very good longevity for projects. If they're just repeating themselves, I'm like, ugh. And like, but then I'll design things that repeat themselves. I don't know. I'm a bit of an odd one. Like, I like knitting jumpers, but the stock and stitch bit drives me bonkers. I get so bored. But I don't know. I was going to have a slip of candle there. That wouldn't be very nice, would it? And it might be unpleasant. Moving on to the whips, because that's it for anything finished. So I'll show you this because I have stopped working on this. This is my pink velvet. I always want to say pink fizz, but I've done one of them. I never wear that. I need to wear that. I don't know where it is. Anyway, this is my pink velvet, not my pink fizz, by Andrea Mowry. I haven't done a lot. The last time you've seen me, I was at this dragonfly. Now, it's because I am still like, oh, do I like it? Do I not like it? I don't know. Now, I can't split for the sleeves just yet, so it's kind of on a short cable that it needs to be on. So this is a colourwork top, and the colourwork is done in a boucle, and the rest of it is like just in a 4-ply. I was worried that my boucle was very muddy, and I'm still quite concerned about that. But when I showed you guys, a couple of you said, no, I'd have to pull it out. But most of you said that you really, really liked it. And that someone said it reminded them of abstract art. And that kind of made me change my mind a little bit on it. And I was like, oh yeah, it is like, it's a bit like a watercolour painting, isn't it? Like, I don't know. And I keep looking at it and going, no, I do like it. And then I'll knit for a row and then I'll go, I don't know if I do like it. And then I'll put it down. So I haven't got far at all with it because I just keep putting it down. I can't decide. I do and I don't. And I'm like, oh. But I think in my head, if I pull it out and do a different colour on that yoke, I have absolutely no idea what I would do with the boucle. and it's beautiful boucle, and I don't want to waste it. So mine is this, which was just handballed. This is Queen of the North by Creative Anarchy, and it's just beautiful, and I really love it, and I really wish it had worked a little bit better. I am working with Yarnsmiths Merino sock in the grey heather colourway, which is shade 2K012, and I love it. That's my cat scratching at the door, if you can hear, like to go out. But if I open the door, he won't go out. I do love it, and I love them both, and I just think if I pull that out, what would you use one skein of boucle for? Can't think of anything, and I really don't want it to go to waste. So I probably will persevere and just finish that, I think. But I am a little bit like, it's not what I wanted it to look like. In my head, it looked amazing, and in reality, it's a little bit wishy-washy, and that makes me sad. But I don't know. Every time someone goes, I really like it, I go, okay, I'll keep knitting. But then I look at it and go, I don't know if I do or not. I honestly don't know if I do or not. Isn't that weird? Like I can't tell if I like it or not. I'm like, I think it's because I just think it's okay. But I think I'll just get it finished because it's there and it needs doing. Next up, if you remember, I was asked to review a yarn by Shapiers called Arcadia, and I had the reef colourway, which is this one, and I made a sock for the review, just a vanilla. And I was saying that I wasn't fussed on this big coral bit. If you remember, I don't know whether you'll remember it at all, but I was like, I liked all of this, but then when this big massive chunk of coral, I wasn't too fussed. But it's a sock, you know. I mean, the toe looks a little bit, if I'm being honest, it looks a bit like a nipple. But, you know, it is what it is. I did it, and then I was like, right, I need to make the other one, and then I just didn't. But I've started. I've got so far. So I've basically done the foot and the heel. So I just need to do the leg, which isn't all that long. I just need to get on and get it done, and I could probably get it done in a couple of hours, really. Well, that's a lie, isn't it? I don't know. It's going to take me like a day's work to get that bloomin' leg done and cast off, and I just need to get that done. So that's another one that I've been working on, but I need to get finished. So I'm hoping that these ones I show you now, I have them done the next time I see you. I don't know, we'll see. But there's this vanilla socks, there's no pattern. And then in the same vein, I also had, because I had that Arcadia, if you remember, I feel very scatterbrained today, I do apologise. Arcadia comes in a solid, a tonal, and a self-striping. The reef was the self-striping. And then I had Sahara in tonal. And then, what was it called? Delta, I want to say, in solid. So I had these, and I made terrier sock with these. Now, if you remember me telling you, I didn't think that was very tonal. I thought it was more self-striping, but there we go. Anyway, it's beautiful yarn. It's very much like West Yorkshire Spinners' signature 4-ply. It's like got that rough texture. But yeah, so I've got a splodge of Delta up there. I don't know how that's happened. Can you see what's going on there? think it's where I've weaved an ending in the back and not done a very good job. So I just needed to cast his on and get it done. So I cast it on last night at our knit and natter in Discord. I cast it on, and this is how far I got with it. I think I did the cuff during knit and natter, and then I stayed up for about an hour after and just knitted the yellow bit. So I'm about a quarter, 3/4. I don't know, I've done the cuff a little bit too long. So I'm here. So yeah, before the heel. Yeah, I did. I thought the cuff, I counted the cuff on knit and natter and thought it was 14 rows. Turns out it's not. It must have been 12. But I'm not pulling it out. If he complains to me that his cuff is slightly longer on one leg, I'll give him a slap. So they're knitted on 2.5mm needles. It is a 64 stitch cast on. He is size 11, which is just such a joy. Every other man I know in my life is a size 9, which is not unreasonable. I'm between a 6 and a 7. So these are UK sizes. I apologise, I cannot translate into any other size shoe for international peeps. But yeah, basically I'm a 6 or 7, which is average female, and then in the UK. And then every man I know, I have a stepdad and my biological dad, both of them are size 9. My granddad was a size 9. My brother-in-law is a size 9. My other brother-in-law is a size 9. Like, everybody's a size 9. And then Terry comes along with his size 11s. Like, do you have to be so annoying? Why are your feet so big? And my son's following in his footsteps. It was good, that, wasn't it? But he is, because he's already at size 10 and he's 16. So yeah. Terry socks. They need to be finished too. Right. Crochet. Oh, and I've forgotten one. I need to bring it out. I'll go and grab that in a sec. Let me have a bit of tea. Right, so Yarnsmiths, who is Wool Warehouse, have released a new yarn. It was launched yesterday, called Headliner. Now, it comes in two, like, hang on, because I need to show you the other one, because it would make more sense. So about a month ago, they very, very kindly sent me this one. So this is the blended one, Headliner, the blended one, which is 50-50 cotton and acrylic. It is a 250 gram cake, and you get 1,000 meters, which is 1,093 yards. So this one is kind of like a turquoisey in the middle, and it goes out into all these pinks and purples. And this is called Khasagaluk Lagoon, I think. I will show you, and you can have a see for yourself. So they sent me it about a month ago and said that I had to keep my mouth shut until it was released, and they released it yesterday. But while they were like getting it ready for release, I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to make something with it so that when they release it, I can show it like worked up a little bit, as much as I can get. And I decided to do a shawl. I decided to do a crochet shawl. So I cast on this. Is it casting on with crochet? I keep asking and no one's answering me. Is it casting on? Is that what you say? You people who like crochet, like say you were a crocheter first before you become a knitter, do you cast on? Because that's what I say. But you don't, it's like, they don't go like cast on, cast, because you don't say cast, oh my brain, cast on and chain 5. Like it just says chain 5, doesn't it? So maybe you don't cast on. Anyway, I chained this. I don't know. So this is the Lost in Time shawl. Do you know what? I don't know who it's by, which is really bad. It's a free pattern that I found. I literally searched, what can you crochet with a whirl? And this was in a list that someone had put on a vlog. And I was like, could I manage to do that? So I cast it on and I worked the first 20 rows and it was as wonky. It was like this. It was so wonky. It was not a triangle shawl in the slightest. I don't know what shape shawl it was, but it wasn't one that was wearable. And I was really disappointed. So I pulled it out and I was like, and my stitch count was way out at row 20. And I was like, I mean, way out, like by 40 stitches. It was way out. So I pulled it out and started again and really slowed down and really read the pattern and counted every single row that I did. And it worked out great and I got it right. But now, this is the first time, this here, you have to repeat this section, so this to this, over and over until the shawl is as big as you want it. But there's no more stitch counts. So I'm kind of winging it a little bit. But so far, I'm doing okay, I think. I really want to get to the purple and it's such a long way away. I don't know how long it's going to... Oh, there's my hook hanging. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to it, but... Anyway, let's talk about the yarn. So headliner is 50, like I said, headliner, the blended one, is 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. It's very, very soft. You can, I don't know whether you can tell, it's kind of like a bit brushed cotton. It's very, very nice. It comes in the exact same colours. There's 30 colours and they also do headliner 100% cotton, which they sent me yesterday. You will understand my face in a minute if you know my colours. So I got this one sent, obviously this Lagoon one. We're not going there again. But we got the Lagoon one and I love it. And I love that turquoisey green in the middle. And I do like purple. So I love purple. So it is my colours. However, yesterday I received this. And it is so much more my colours. I saw it and was like, oh, I wish my shawl was that colour, but it's not. And something else will be this colour because I'm not pulling that shawl out. But this is headliner 100% cotton, so there is a difference. So the blended one, which is the 50% acrylic, 50% cotton, and then the 100% cotton. Again, it's 250 grams and it is 1,000 metres or 1,093 yards. And this colour is Coastal, I believe. Yes, R2R502. And I love this. This also comes in this colour. They come in each other's colours. There is 30 colours across the board. So, yes, they come with... Either one of them come in the same colour. The 100% cotton one is slightly more expensive. So they're currently on sale. Now I know that if you're in the US, you're not going to be able to get them at the minute. Hopefully that changes soon when some people pull their fingers out. We're currently shipping to the US for the UK. And as far as I'm aware, it's for a lot of other countries too, is actually stopped. We cannot ship anything out to you at all. Hopefully that will change very, very soon. So currently it's on sale as a launch sale. I think it's £9.60 for the blended one and it's £10.80 for the cotton one. I think that's only at the time of recording. It is normally going to be £16 for the blended and £18 for the cotton. But I have seen whirls for £30, so I think that's a bargain, to be honest. Now, the whorls, there's also come with another yarn. Okay. Also comes with another yarn that is to go with it, and Yarnsmiths have made a selection of colours that match the whorls. And if you go, I will link it below, but if you go to the Wool Warehouse page for these whorls, at the bottom of the description bit, it tells you which of these solids go with which of the whorls, and there's 2 solids per whorl. And they sent me a solid each. So these are called Support Act, and there is Support Act the blended one and Support Act 100% cotton, the same. Focus on them, not me. That's it. So this is 50-50 again, 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, the blended one, and obviously this is 100% cotton. It is not that bright, it is blowing out, but it is a bright red. It's just not like burn your eyes. These are 50 grams with 200 metres or 219 yards in them. And this is plum purple, and this one is scarlet red. So now I've read through, and apparently when they sent me this, and this is one of the ones that go with this. It's like a matching Support Act to go on the end of this one. However, when they sent me this, and this doesn't actually, it's not meant to go with this one. So they didn't actually send me the right one to go with Coastal, but they've sent me a scarlet red. But even so, it's like 50 grams of beautiful cotton. So there we go. I know I've gone into a bit of a yarn review there. Let me just grab my bag. I know I've gone into a bit of a yarn review for them, but there's no point me showing you the shawl and then not actually talking about the rest of it that came. Might as well do that now. Yes, so my only complaint about the yarn is I've only used this one. I haven't used 100% cotton yet, and I will tell you when I get round to using it. I mean, that could be years. Hopefully it's not, because I love it. But my only issue is that it is a little bit splitty, and I was at one point I was splitting a lot. You can see, like, where is it? Like, this is really hard to see because I can't see myself or what I'm doing, but around here it's split. You might be able to see a little loop there. I don't know if you can or not. But I did miss strands every now and again, and sometimes when you're pulling through for a bobble in particular, it's been quite difficult to grab the correct strands. And yes, it is quite splitty. It's not like plied a lot, but I think that's because it's cotton. Blended cotton is the same. Like, I think cotton doesn't spin together as tight as wool does. I do not know if that's fact or not. I am not a spinner. I don't understand any of that stuff. Like, it's not in my... I've never looked it up. I don't know. But I am assuming that that's what it is. Because I know a lot of the whorls are quite splitty, but then a lot of the whorls are cotton, aren't they? And I've used cotton before, and it's always a little bit like... leave that thread there. We don't want that. So yeah, that's my only thing. Everything else, it just seems lovely. The colours are lovely. The blend is lovely. Like, I can't tell. I thought, I will shut up in a minute. I thought that this hadn't changed colour. I thought it was just the same colour, and it was only after, if you do this, you can see that it has actually started to change to a darker green, but I couldn't see that while working on it. I was going to say knitting it, but I haven't knitted. Right, what else have I got to show you? I cast on some socks. So again, with my Make 9. So, okay, so during August, I lost my mojo a little bit and I did flounder and I was like, I'm bored of everything I've got. I don't want to work on any of it and I don't want to cast anything on from my Make 9. And then I was like just piddling about, knitting bits and bobs on things that I did. That's why the water shawl got cast on. I cast on the water shawl and I was like doing that and I kind of half enjoyed it and half didn't. And I was just like, everything's rubbish. I don't want to do any of it. And then I went out for coffee with my friends Ange and Em and hello, the two of you. And I talked to them about it before I went. And then I just basically packed a load of stuff to take with me and I ended up crocheting. I've still forgot. Do you know what? Before I tell you about these, I'm going to nip 2 seconds. Right, because I can't forget to show you that. I ended up crocheting all day on something, which I'll show you in a minute. And I did feel like my mojo came back a little bit. And I'd talked to them about things from my Make 9 that almost excited me. Like I kind of wanted to do them, but I wasn't 100%. And one of them was the bits and bob socks. So I decided I was going to make these. I was going to go home, go through all my scraps, find some that I liked, and cast on the bits and bob socks. And I did, and I was going to do them 2 at a time. Now, I'll show you a picture of the bits and bob socks so you can see what I'll call it this, so you can see what they actually look like. They are lovely. But then I'll show you what happened to me. So I put my colours together. So I did 2 at a time, right? This is how far I got. They are very tangly. And I did the first transition and I was like, oh, that's not really worked. Because it's already got these dotty bits in. It just looked like the yarn had got messy. And then as I came down to this yarn, I started blending in the next yarn. And I was like, this is them together. I was like, that's way too similar. They're just not going to work for the pattern. And so I've stopped. So this is how far I got, because I was doing 2 at a time. I was going to like I knitted the cuffs, knit one cuff, knit the other cuff. Then I was going to knit the blue, then knit the pink, but you can't do it like that. You've got to knit the pink. So you've got to knit the blue because the pink blends into the blue. Finish the pink before you can then do the two. So it's like 2 stripes at a time. Do you get what I mean? But they just don't work. And I'm like, oh, now what? So I need to go through my scraps and find colours that I like together, but that are like really contrasting. And that's a little bit hard, you know. Like, I don't really have anything. And because like that blue has got splodges of pink in it. So I thought it would work really well with pink. But obviously it doesn't, because it just looks like it's all splodge. So then, I'm sure that's a technical term that dyers use as well, splodge. So I kind of need, like, if that's pink and blue, then I need to do like a green or a dark purple or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. Also, this is my lovely pirate bag, and I've never used it, and it's been sat on my desk, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put them in there, and then it's got a bloody knot in it. It's got a knot there, look. And every time I have to pull and yank, it won't go through. I need to try and unfasten it, and it's annoying, isn't it? So yeah, so that's my bits and bob socks that are a bit rubbish. I'm going to have to pull them out. Right, my last whip. We're 40 minutes in. I haven't even told you my life stuff. Golden Bennett. Right. my last thing to show you is my Hexy cardie. And it is a cardie. It's got sleeves and everything. Yay! Right, it's nearly done. However, oh, I can't do that, I've got my mic on. Hang on. Right. I was going to wear this today and pretend it was finished. But I thought that was disingenuous of me. Right, so... Oh, that's because my yarn's gone behind my back. Right. So this is it, right? And I do like it. Got hair on me. Right, if I put you back over there. Okay, so it's just a bit short, right? And I'm not a cropped fan. So the yarn is wrapped around my waist. Hang on. It's probably not helping. Now, my sleeves are the same length, but one seems like a bit longer than the other, but maybe I have one arm longer than the other, I don't know. But yeah, it's not too bad now, it's getting there, and I literally have this much yarn left. So, come back here. You're probably in the wrong position now. I've been going around the bottom. Oh, I dropped everything. I've been working my way along up and down the bottom. That was my stitch marker. Oh no. Oh no. Hang on, because that means my... Oh, I'm going to lose a stitch. I'll just pop that on there so I don't lose my end. Right, this is all the yarn I've got left, which I reckon is about 2 more rows, because it goes quite far, and this is the length of the rows now because I'm going around the bottom. But I'm getting there. I've put it on hold because I've been doing that shawl. Are you as close as you were? I don't know. I've put it on hold because I've been doing that shawl for the whirl. So this kind of went on hold, but I've literally got two rows to do. And then I'm just going to sew some buttons on. I'm not going to bother with a buttonhole band or anything like that because I've only got this left and I don't want to buy any more. This was worked up in the Colour Burst by Stylecraft, and if you remember, they gifted me 6 30-gram balls. I used those, and then I've bought some balls of Colour Burst. I bought 2 colours. I bought Fireworks and Catherine Wheel. This is Catherine Wheel, which is like the pale... I'll show you on the sleeves because it's easier. So Catherine Wheel works out kind of like this. It's like pales, pinks and blues and little bits of browns and oranges. And then Catherine Wheel is the darker one with the dark pink and the green and the yellow, blue, orange. No, sorry, Fireworks. So Fireworks is this one and Catherine Wheel is this one. So I did that and finished it off. So in the body, it's got every colour other than Northern Lights, because Northern Lights is very red and it just didn't seem to fit. So I did pull the Northern Lights out. But the others, it's got every single colour of Stylecraft Colour Burst in there. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. So that is my Hexy cardie. Really close to being done. I need some buttons for it though. Do you know what? I haven't got any buttons for it, I'm going to have a look. I might look at Yarndale maybe. So it is living in my beautiful hedgehog bag from Buttery Yarncraft that Diane gifted to me, and I love it. I love this bag. It's a really nice big sweater bag, and it's amazing. That's it. That's everything. It's only nearly an hour. Let me have some tea, and then I will show you some things, and we'll talk about life and all its fullness. I don't think I've got anything else to share with you whip wise. I might have, but I can't remember. There is a bit of crinkling about to happen. So hang on. I received this yesterday. So Charlotte from Wild, I went to call her Wildflower there. I'm sorry, Charlotte, my brain is not working. Wild Magic Yarn is doing an Animal Crossing collection. Yarnimal Crossing, she's called it. And you can dip in and out, and it's like a sock set if you want. And you can dip in and out. You don't have to get every single month when you sign up. You don't sign up. You basically see the imagery she puts out, and then if you like it, you go for it. And if you don't, you don't. July was Island Life, and it was like pastel-y, and I'm quite into pastels at the minute. I think that Hexy's done it. I'm really liking the pastels. And then poor Charlotte, she took ill, and she was in hospital. She was really ill, and her Instagram was getting run by her husband, who was giving updates of how she was. So the July sock, what's it called? The club. It's not a club, but the oh my God. The July one was very much delayed. And when she did get out of hospital, bless her, she was really apologetic and everything. And it arrived yesterday, and I love it. It's lovely and pastel-y. I am looking forward to doing something with them. But this is what came. So I know it's not everyone's cup of tea because it's really pastel-y. And I know there's a few of you who are like, you like your jewel tones and stuff, and I do, but I don't know, I'm just a bit into pastel at the minute, and I love this kind of sea glass blue, and I'm not a yellow fan, but I do like this little lemon mini to go with. I think that's going to be really pretty, lovely socks that I make up in it. So, oh, I'm dropping everything. So that is, they are 75% merino and 25% nylon. Obviously, I've ordered this. You can't get it now. But what I love is that she puts it in, because I've had a couple of these now. She puts it in corresponding wrapping. So, is that the right way? It's all seashells and coral and starfish, which I love. And then she sent couple of stickers. There's my accent popping out. Stickers. Couple of stickers. And these stitch markers, which I love. The bottle's a bit big, but I don't care. I just love it. I might just put it on a bag. But how cute are they? So yeah, that's what I got from Charlotte. Let's talk live stuff. So we'll do the kitten first. So obviously we have a new kitten. His name is Mike, like I said, and I've showed you. He's now asleep, curled up with my ginger cat Dax. Basically, long story short, my husband is a princess. It's so weird calling him my husband, but he is my husband, and he's a princess. He's always been a princess. I've always known he's a princess. When we first moved into this house, the people who lived here before us, it was a single mum and her little girl who was about 3, and the little girl's bedroom had princess like stuck on the door of the bedroom, and he turned that into like where he would have his computers. He fixes computers and messes about with them. He's always building computers and stuff, and he made that room where he would do that. and he left Princess on the door because he knows he's a princess. It's no longer on there. It's since fell off. We've been living in this house like a good 12 years now, but he knows he's a princess. So he is the biggest princess in the house. Like 2 weeks ago, a friend came round and he had been driving home from work, and he saw a little kitten at the side of the road and he thought it was a stray. So he pulled over, and in his mind he was like, oh, like, stray kitten, you can't leave a stray kitten on a side of the road. I will take it home and give it to Kelly and Terry because they'll take it in and look after it. They already have cats. He has a home with 2 dogs who don't like cats. And he knows that, like, we'd be okay doing that. So he pulled over, got out. The kitten ran away from him, obviously, and jumped into a bush. And when he went to the bush to check if it was okay, he saw the mum in there with other kittens. And then when he looked up, he realised he was at a farm. So in the UK, I don't know if this happens everywhere, but in the UK, farmers tend to, like, get a couple of cats that are kind of like stray. They just live on the farm. They're not like pets. They live outside. They do whatever they do, but they keep the rat population down on the farm and the pest population. They keep the pest population down on the farm, and the farmer doesn't really own them. They're just strays that live on the farm, if that makes sense. They're farm cats. And he realised that that's where he was, and that's obviously what the kitten was from. So he got back in the van and went on his merry way. Came to our house a couple of days later. He actually told me yesterday that he'd actually been around a couple of times after it had happened and not said anything. But then it had just popped in his head one day, like a couple of days after it had happened. And he was at our house and he said, oh yeah, I seen this kitten. And yeah, it was a farm cat, so I didn't bring it. All Terry heard from that story was, you almost had a kitten there, but now you haven't. And that was it. So he was like, oh, I could have had a cat. And now I haven't got one. Now I just feel hard done to. Now I'm going to have a princess tantrum. He didn't have a tantrum, but he wasn't best pleased that he had a cat, like, oh, no. So, and he loves cats. So he started looking on Gumtree, which is like a selling site here, kind of like, I know America has Craigslist, like it's kind of like that. It's like people sell and advertise everything and anything on there, including pets. And he looked on there for kittens and found Mike. And he is blaming me because he said that he asked me to talk him out of it. But so now we have 4 cats and a dog and 2 goldfish. Well, they're not even goldfish. They're like weird Mickey Mouse things. I can't even remember what they're called. Platies, something like that. So yeah, we now have a new kitten. So yeah, you will hear him for a few months in the background, scuttling around, I assume. He's actually a lot calmer than previous kittens, and he's settled in really well. And him and Dax, my youngest, the last kitten, if you remember, my last kitten was a little ginger one. He's now massive. I think I have showed him recently because he's so big. He's the biggest cat in the house. He's huge, but he was the youngest. Has he turned 1? I don't think he has. I can't remember, I don't know when his birthday is. Oh yes, he has turned 1. His birthday is the same date as me, around about April time. So he has turned 1. So he's 1.5. Him and the little one are just the best of pals. So yeah, he's fine. So that's that news. And obviously we have the news that I did have my wedding. I did put a picture up on my community page on YouTube, like my post page. I will start a community page because I've been given the option to, so I need to look into it and start a community page, and you can chat on here apparently. So that'll be nice for you guys because you can all chat amongst yourselves then. and that sounds good, doesn't it? So I'm going to sort that out. I need to look into that and sort it, and I will let you know. But yeah, I did pop a post up on my post where it's just still pictures. I popped something on there. I'm not sure how easy you guys get to see that stuff, but I thought, well, I'll put something on there so you know that I've been married. Here's a picture of the wedding, and I'm off doing something else for a month. I'm going to be off for a little bit. But I will pop some more pictures up as I talk now of the wedding, some of the official wedding photos. We had the most amazing day. I cannot, like, I want to do it again and again and again. It was just an amazing, amazing day. Nothing went wrong. Everything went smoothly. Well, one thing went wrong, which was when we sat down to the dinner and speeches after the ceremony and photos, the hotel that we got married in had set up the tables in the wrong order, and my parents and Terry's parents were sitting the furthest away from us that they could possibly be, and like we were sitting really close to like neighbours and distant friends and distant relatives and stuff. It was really odd the way they did it, and yeah, my mum was not happy. She was like way in the back, but that was the only thing. And I did explain to my mum that it wasn't my fault. It wasn't me. I didn't make sure you were as far away as you could get. But other than that, fantastic. Everything went really, really smoothly. And it was just amazing to have every single person that I love in one room at the same time. Just like, there's just no other feeling than that. And I know that'll never happen again. And that's really sad. But just the fact that we had this day and everyone just got along so well. Like people afterwards, people who had never met before and now like friends through Facebook and things, and they're keeping in touch. And I just think that's amazing. I love that. So we had this really, really fantastic day. I cried my eyes out walking down the aisle. I would look so pathetic in the aisle pictures. You've probably seen one already. My dad's had to pretty much hold me up. I was a state. I couldn't get myself together to walk down the aisle. The lady who run the wedding like stood in front of me and was telling me to take a deep breath and it'll be okay and all of it, and I just couldn't pull myself together. So I looked a mess walking down the aisle. But then Terry was a mess on our first dance, so it's fine. What else? I don't know. It was just amazing. It was just so lovely. And then after it, we kind of went for a little mini moon. We couldn't really get away. Obviously, the kids are off school and everything. And Terry does still have severe anxiety. So we can't just jump on a plane and go somewhere because he can't. So we did find some little glamping pods 16 minutes down the road from us in a little town, and you basically go through a housing estate and up the side of some houses, and then it just opens up into this absolutely idyllic area with lakes and just open scenery, and it's absolutely stunning. We stayed there for 2 nights. It was just a little pod that you stayed in with a kitchen, bathroom, bed, a sofa, and then an outside area with your own hot tub. And we managed 2 nights there. We didn't see a soul. It was just the two of us, and it was absolutely perfect. And I just wish we could have stayed longer. It was just so beautiful. And it was actually the hottest day of the year when we were there as well, which is really weird for getting into a hot tub. So it was, I will put the Fahrenheit on the screen, but it was 34 degrees Celsius on the day, and the hot tub was 40 degrees, and we were like sweating buckets, we just sat, he was sitting playing on, he has like a handheld computer thing. He was sat playing games on that, and I was sat crocheting and listening to an audiobook, and it was just so chill and lovely. And then, but then we were just sweating buckets, and we were like, this is uncomfortably hot. I want like a pool to jump into, and all we've got is a hot tub. And then Terry said, you know what if we get in the hot tub and see if it like kind of helps? So we did. And we got in the hot tub to see how long we could stay in the hot tub. I managed about 7 minutes and he managed about 10 minutes. But when we got out, I could feel breeze. I could feel like coolness in the air, and it really sorted the day out. Like I managed with the heat of the day for the rest of the day because I'd gone in the hot tub. It's a revelation. You don't need a cool pool when it's hot. You need something hotter than the heat you're in, and it'll sort you out. Trust me, I've done it. So it was amazing. I loved it. And yeah, I now have my ring set on, which you will see. Is that going to focus? There. Anyway, I now have my ring set, which you'll see in tutorial videos and anything I get my hands in. What they're called, review videos. Things like that, yes. So, yeah, I'm a married lady. 49 years old, and finally a married lady. What else do I need to tell you? Rowan has gone back to school today. He has gone into Year 5, so he's got 2 years left at primary school before he goes to secondary school, big boy school. He was a little bit nervous today. He kept telling me he wasn't, but he wouldn't eat anything. He was nibbling at a piece of bread. He said his cereal tasted weird, so I gave the cereal to the dog, and then he asked for a slice of bread, and I gave him a slice of bread, and he like nibbled at it and said, I'm really not hungry. So I think he was just nervous, but excited. He's looking forward to seeing his friends again because some of them don't live anywhere near us, so he doesn't get to see them over like holidays. And he is a little bit nervous for his new teacher, but I think his new teacher is going to do him some good. He's going back to having a male teacher. He's had a female teacher for 2 years, and before that he had a male teacher and he really excelled, and then he kind of fell flat for the last 2 years. I think he just excels with a male teacher. Some do, some don't. It's I don't know, but he definitely does. So I'm hoping it's going to do him some good, especially when it's the 2 important years now for him before he ends up at secondary school. So yeah. And then Caden is starting college. How did that happen? And he'll be 17 next month, which is absolutely insane. But he starts college tomorrow. It's like an induction day where there's only new starters in the college, so everybody's in the same boat, and they're shown exactly what is expected of them, what to do, and they'll be given their timetables, so we'll know exactly when he's actually going to be in college every day. So because he won't be in every day, I assume. I know he's not in on a Wednesday afternoon because the college isn't open for anything other than sport on a Wednesday afternoon, and Caden is not a sporty boy, so he will not be going in for that. But yeah, so he's starting college, and I think that's pretty much it now. I have no plans. We have been out on our motorbikes a couple of times. Terry's back brake failed the last time we went out. It locked on at 100% and made him come to an immediate standstill in the middle of the road. And I very luckily, I tried to emergency stop and skidded I didn't come off. I skidded. Oh, my microphone just died, so hopefully you can hear me through the camera. And this is about to die too, so I do need to go. But basically I skidded eased off the brake, which is what you're meant to do. I knew that I wasn't going to end up stopping behind him. He was too close to me. So aimed for down the side of him, braked again, skidded again, eased off. It literally, I say skid and I go like this, but I didn't go like that. I skidded because you could hear it going, eh! So I knew I was skidding. It didn't feel any difference on the bike. I have ABS on my bike, so it's pretty good. And I went down the side of him. I managed to get down the side of him and clipped his wing mirror with my wing mirror. That was the only thing that we did, and we didn't break anything. It was a very, very tiny clip. And then I managed to stop. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock, and at least now I know how to deal with an emergency stop situation. But you know, this could happen in a car, in a bus, in a blooming motorbike. It can happen. So it hasn't put me off, but we haven't been out since because his brake is broken. So he's bought the parts and he's going to get that fixed once the parts arrive. And then hopefully we can get out again before the weather gets too bad, because I'm not going to be riding a motorbike in ice and snow. Thank you very much. I have ridden a couple of times in torrential rain now, and although it's not nice, it's manageable, but I will not be going out in ice and snow. So my bike is probably going to be benched for a while once that comes, but it's only autumn, so I might have a couple of months left. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Loads and loads of things that I've had to tell you, but I think we're all caught up. I do need to draw a winner of the pattern from the Hidden Gems episode. What's it called? Video that I did. So what I'm going to do is grab my phone. This battery is on 5%. So I'm going to grab my phone and sort it out for the winner. And then I'm going to pause. And then I'll come back when it's time to spin, because otherwise I'm going to have no battery. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this was the Hidden Gems, I can't remember, the new releases over the autumn and, no, it was over the spring and summer, wasn't it? It was those. Do you know what? I need to say hello to everybody new who came through from that video, because there's a lot of new people, and I really appreciate you finding me and coming and staying, and hopefully you enjoy this style of content as well from me, but I will be doing more like that anyway, so if that's the type of thing that you want to be here for, that's absolutely fine. It will be popping up. Next episode is going to be the North East Wool Show. I went around and visited there a couple of weeks ago. And I got a minimal stash for me. I did more than I expected, but it was still small for me. So, but anyway, I'm waffling. I'm going to do the draw of the winner for that Hidden Gems video. You will win one of those patterns. Who's it going to be? Who's that? Piggy's Patch. So Piggy's Patch, I'm still quite new at knitting, so I'm liking the In the Garden tee. Those raccoon socks, heart. Your friend's scarf is amazing, something to work towards. So Piggy's Patch, I am going to tag you in this video as well, and send me a message, send me a comment on here, and then we'll sort it out from there of how to get in touch. And you can have In the Garden tee, or you can have one of the ones of your choice, whatever you're fancying from that selection of patterns. I can't speak anymore. It's time for me to go. So I'm on 2% battery, so I'm like kind of racing to the end because I don't want it to down me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for staying with me, considering I've been gone for a month. I really, truly do appreciate every single one of you. And honestly, you're amazing. I just appreciate you so much. Thank you. I want to give a special shout out to my Patreons as well, because they stuck with me for the full month too. I did stop their payment, obviously. They didn't have to pay for the month, but they still stuck around, considering just wasn't around. So thank you all so much. And I am back, and we will get cracking because the MCAL's coming, and you know what that means. So I will see you very soon. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your day. See you soon. Bye. Hang on, don't go. In my rush yesterday to finish, because my camera was dying, I forgot 2 things that I wanted to share with you. So, I know I've shared lots, but there's 2 important things. So the first one that I want to share is this absolutely amazing shawl. It's quite big. So I'm not taking an ounce of credit for this. This was not knitted by me. So this was gifted to me and knitted for me in a very short space of time by lovely Shelley, who is a viewer. Hello, Shelley. She messaged me and asked, she said she would really like to make me a shawl for my wedding. And honestly, like, I was blown away. I said no at first, and she was like, but she would really like to do it. And she knitted, this is the Wild Swan shawl. I can't remember who it's by, but I will pop it on the screen. So she's knitted it in lace weight. I know it's Jameson's, and oh my God, look at it. It is absolutely stunning. Now, I'll show you the beads on the bottom, because all of the bottom half of it is beaded as well. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, you can, can't you? It is absolutely stunning, and it caught a lot of attention at the wedding. I had it on the night. So I unfortunately didn't get professional photos with it because it was too warm in the day and I didn't pick it up. But on the night I did have it on, and I will pop up a couple of pictures of me wearing it later on, and it just draped beautifully, and I absolutely adore it. It is just so stunningly beautiful, and I just want to give my absolute heartfelt thanks to Shelley for making it for me. I've thanked her about 1,000 times, but it's just, I was blown away, and she made it so quick. I think it took her like 2.5 weeks. It was not a long time at all, and she had it with me, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. It's vanilla and cherry blossom, is that right? Oh, I can't remember now, but it's beautiful. It smells gorgeous, and it's just the most stunning thing, and it will be cherished for the rest of my life. I just love it. So it left my head yesterday because I was panicking over the camera dying, and then last night, as soon as I'd finished recording, really, I was like, oh, I didn't show the shawl, and I have to show that shawl. It was amazing. And like I say, you will have seen photos of me wearing it with my dress. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much to Shelley for that. And the last thing that I needed to tell you, my desk's an absolute tip now because I've been piling stuff on it overnight. But the last thing I needed to tell you is that the 12 Cosy Toes Cal, not the Most Ardently Cal, we've done that. The 12 oh my God. The 12 Cosy Toes Cal, there it is, has restarted. Oh, I don't know why you watch me, honestly. I don't know why you watch me. Right. Every 2 months we have a sock to knit, as you know, the 12 Cosy Toes Cal. If you don't know, then now you do. Every 2 months it changes, and we've just finished Most Ardently, and then the beginning of September until the end of October. It's the 29th of October though, not the 30th, so remember that, because I need the 31st to do a Halloween post on Instagram. So we're doing the 29th, and the winner will be announced on the 30th of October, so you must be finished by the 29th. But this time it is the Coastal Water Socks, which is these, and these are my design. That runs up the side of the foot. I will put the proper pictures up. I can't speak today, quite obviously. I'm glad I recorded yesterday. These are well worn. They're one of my favourite pair of socks. They are the Coastal Water socks. They are knitted taupe only, purely because this bit is a big pain in the bum to be able to do cuff down. They have a fleagle heel, which is very similar to a heel flap and gusset, but you just do it the other way around. It has this line going down, which you can see. So yeah, they are stunning. They are beautiful. And they are really simple and a nice quick knit. Mine are so well worn. These were knitted in Skein and the Stitch. I can't even remember the colour name. But I can't remember the colour name, but I love it. I do love it. It's beautiful, like blue, tealy colour. So yes, Coastal Waters are the new sock. You can see that's a mirrored pattern. It only runs at one side of your foot. Taupe only, but please don't be scared. Have a go. Just have a go. What is the worst that can happen? You can cast them on and go, oh, that's not for me. Pull it out, use it for something else. Or you make a couple of mistakes. Frog it a bit. Rip it. Do it again. You'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? You don't like them. Then you know you don't like toe up. Give it a go, honestly. And the fleagle heel is very much like a heel flap and gusset. I can't talk today. In the fit and everything, it fits very nicely. So especially if you've got like a high instep, I know a lot of the shadow wrap and the German short row and all of them, they don't give a lot of give for the instep, and the heel flap and gusset does. So that's why a lot of people prefer cuff down for the heel flap and gusset, but the fleagle heel is so similar. It does give you that space and it doesn't pull across the top. So have a go. It started on the 1st of September. The pattern is 50% off from now. 50% off with the code COZYSEPT for the beginning of September. So COSY, it's the UK version of cozy, the UK spelling of cozy. I will pop it on the screen to save us all listening to me. COZYSEPT. Put that in, Ravelry checkout, 50% off. They'll cost you £2, I think. And that runs until the 31st of October because I have that for 2 months. You can buy this pattern and then you knit your pair of socks. It is an Instagram run competition. So you knit the socks, you need to post a picture of your finished socks on Instagram, and then there is a post on my Instagram page that's pinned to the top of my page that has pictures of these on it. Go to that post and comment that you finished your socks, and that enters you into the prize draw. And prizes are to be announced because I'm waiting for some yarn to arrive. Ooh, so there's a clue of what some of your prizes. So yes, now you can go. Thank you very much for watching. I can't wait to see all the Cozy Toes versions. I can't wait to see what you do with it. And yes, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.